a long absence from the tour.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 injuries. One was my back in 2013, where I had the operation, and I was out kind of 3 or 4 months, and then obviously the hip has kind of been the last couple of years on and off. And yeah, I think, like you say, it's the psychological side of it is is the toughest part in many ways to come back from. Like being away from the competition for a long period of time. You sort of lose something a little bit. You lose a little bit of an edge that you need to. I feel like you need to kind of work to get back, and I don't know. You lose a little bit of your aura or whatever. Like because maybe people see you coming back from an injury. There's a sign of weakness there, so you need to kind of build that back up again by winning matches and stuff. But yeah, it's
true
that the psychological aspect I think is kind of sometimes harder than the physical aspect coming back from injuries for sure. Yeah, look, I mean we've got about an hour, don't we, really, to chat just now, and we obviously got like a ton. We got
20 minutes left, so it's good.
Yeah. we got a ton of questions sent through, and we'll try and get through kind of as many of them as possible. And I think there was lots of people asking about like our careers kind of against each other and maybe matches we've played and the first times we played against each other. Maybe we could just chat about that for a little bit.
Sure, of course.
I mean, do you remember much about when we first played? I would have been, what were we, like 11?
Yes, I think we were 11. It was France. I think my memories from when we first met each other were probably significantly different from your memories.
I only remember the score. I don't remember.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You kicked my ass, man. You blew me off the court. I won a game or 2 games, I think.
Yeah.
6-1, 6-love or something like this.
And it was on like one of those old school, like it was on a singles court, right? Like I remember it being like no doubles lines and stuff. But yeah, it was in France. But yeah, I don't remember loads about the match. But yeah, just
was that was my first international tournament ever? Was that your first, or you played pro?
It would have been one of the first ones. Yeah, it would have been. It's a great tournament that's still going just now in time.
Yes.
But, I lost. I ended up losing in the final of the tournament, and I had match point, sudden death deuce. Drive volley to win, and I missed it and completely capitulated after I lost the match point. So
I think you're forgiven. And an 11-year-old drive volley, I think you were not really expected to make that one a winner.
Still hurts. So.
I still can't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that was I mean huge respect for Tarps. And everyone involved in that organization of that tournament, because it's definitely one of the most famous under 12, junior tournaments in Europe and in the world. I mean, I know that Del Potro played it, Gasquet, Nadal played it. I mean, a whole bunch of guys. I mean, I think anyone who really wanted to compete, like in junior days internationally, has played that tournament. It's a really, really nice tournament.
Yeah, it's brilliant. They get great crowds, don't they, as well? To watch. It's nice, to get that, at such a young age is pretty cool. Do
you have the tape from any of your matches from TARP or no?
I have seen them, but I don't have them on me. But I think my mum's got a couple of them. But
please, if you find a tape from our match, delete it. Thank you. I still have not. I would love to see it, because I've seen actually, I think on Instagram, Nadal, Gasquet.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I've seen. Yeah, you see little clips of them sometimes on Instagram, and yeah, it's funny. Like a lot of the mannerisms and stuff, like even then was kind of
exactly. Both Rafa and Richard are. I mean, they're kind of like exactly the mannerism, the way they look, the way they play. It's copy paste. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I know. One of the questions that people were asking was what did we feel was the best match that we played against each other? it'd be interesting to know from your perspective and see if we have similar views on it. Because obviously, I don't know. Sometimes you feel like you're playing great when you're winning. Maybe not always like the matches that you lose.
Yeah. Well, the first couple of matches that come to my mind are the semi-finals of Australian Open in 2012.
Yeah.
The one that lasted 5 hours almost.
Yeah. That's the same match that I've got.
Yeah.
Written down. Yeah, it was like 7-5 in the fifth, and for me, for me that was, even though I lost, I think that was probably the best match we played. Probably.
I think you had a break point or something in fifth, like late in the fifth.
Yeah, it was a 5-all. It was an unbelievable rally.
It was one of the regular rallies we had, like around 57 times.
Yeah. But I would say that was. Yeah, I would agree with that. What other one were you thinking?
I think I felt like I played well, although you beat me in Olympic Games in London on grass in Wimbledon 2012 in semis. It was 7-5, 7-5, I think. I still feel like we both played pretty well. I felt like the quality of the match was pretty good. You were just better in the decisive moments on both sets, but I felt like in terms of the quality of tennis, that was actually one of the matches that I felt like of course I was devastated when I lost because it was Olympic Games and everything, but I was happy with the way I played because I played well throughout the entire tournament, and then you ended up winning for the gold medal, and then you played. I mean, you played the whole tournament. You played fantastic. It was probably one of the best matches you ever played against Roger in the finals, right? I mean,
yeah, for me, the final for sure. It's interesting because my coach actually at the time, Danny Valverde, he had messaged me the other day because he'd seen some clips of that match in the Olympics on Instagram, and he said to me like, it looked like it was a great match, and my memory of it was that it was like not that good. My memory was that the conditions were really difficult. It was pretty windy. But he said that wasn't the case and that it was good. But it's quite interesting sometimes, like how, I don't know.
That's how good you were. That's how good you were.
That was
kind of an average match for you.
Yeah, at that time, yeah. But yeah, it's weird that sometimes obviously you come off the court and tennis players always talk a lot about how they felt like in the match, but actually it's not always the reality, of what was going on. But
Did you? I mean, we've known each other for a long time, and we talked about this. Obviously, by the way, it's really. I'm really happy to have this kind of live and this kind of chat with you, because I don't feel like we've had many of these chats throughout the years. We did have